Okay, so we're talking about the Hawaiian Islands and how they formed. And I have Jocelyn here, and she's going to be redoing the experiment after I show her what to do. The Pacific Plate is moving northwest at about 3 to 4 inches per year. And the Hawaiian Islands are formed because they are in the center, or more toward the center of the Pacific Plate. So they're not at an edge of a plate where usually that's where you get most of your volcanic activity. They're in a weak spot in the plate. So in the middle of the Pacific Plate, the Hawaiian Islands form because it's weak there. Like, it's like, you ever seen like a pie being made and sometimes the filling inside the pie comes out?
Yeah.
That's kind of how the Hawaiian Islands form. Like, the plate itself is weak there, and so the magma that comes up through actually comes up through and forms the islands and volcanoes. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So basically what happens is, and this stays fixed. The plate is what's moving, okay? So if the plate's moving and there's a weak spot in the plate, see if this will work, you get an island. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then the plate moves. Well, this island kind of gets eroded over time, but the plate moves northwest, and you get another island at the hot spot, and the plate moves northwest. This is cool. This is actually working out the way I wanted. And another island forms. Now, as the plate's moving, now this happens over millions of years, right? That's how you get the Hawaiian Islands. Why are these islands, ew. Why are these islands smaller than these islands? Can you guess? What would happen to these islands as time goes by?
It's small
Why?
because they're suffering.
They're what?
They're moving.
Well, as it moves, what would happen to these islands over time? The wind and the rain, what would that cause?
Erodes.
Yeah, so the islands over time erode. So, yeah. So these islands are which islands are the youngest islands? The most recently made. You can point at them.
This one.
Yeah, why?
Because
I mean, because that's where the plate last went over this hot spot. So instead of toothpaste, obviously that's lava. So the youngest island is going to be the furthest south. Let's see if it moves northwest, south, east, right? So if you look at the Hawaiian Islands, let's go look at them real quick. Come over here. Where's the biggest island? In the southeast. Yeah, the smallest island is the oldest island. Oldest to youngest. Does that make sense? Cool. All right. So